It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. All eyes on the rookie Garrett Wilson, closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Jets and the Patriots, and it comes your way next.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Jets coming into play. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A time for Mac Jones and his Patriot offense to take the field. Jones now in his second season since being selected 15th overall in 2021.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had bye.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals, but they also have both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
Jones throw here taken in by Parker. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Quinnen Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Folk's kick is good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
Yeah, they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Here we go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Now Jones. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
again on second down. Jones right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. One quarter in the books. 8-3 our score. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England trying to get a place on offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Back to throw. Jones. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. But once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise...
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. Inside the 20, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On first down, right back to Hall. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Jets at 5-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Corey Davis, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England's offense set to go. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Looking to throw. Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Parker. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. To try again after the sack, Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. In trouble, and he's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills with the lead in the 2nd quarter. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head east to stay in New York, sort of, as we check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Lions out on top. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that matchup all even in their battle with the Chicago Bears. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that 1st half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon. as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the Colts, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future.
Zuerlein out now to kick this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time.
And here comes Berrios.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
And the Jets will take over.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 24.
They'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Holding offense.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Wilson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Devon Godshaw getting in there and dropping it. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Jones on the return. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Patriots take over.
Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, it's still...
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Hunter Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Now Wilson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here.
And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Out to his left. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage. And that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 41, Wilson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore.
41 yards.
And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
To throw is Wilson. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Harris. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Jones throwing complete for Harris. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones over the middle to Smith. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker from 6 yards away. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Folk connects on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. keep it on the ground. Harris again. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Back to throw. Jones under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. John Franklin Myers, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that will keep the lead at 8.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
New York ready to go again offensively. And they enjoy this 4th quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Ball on a give up the middle. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll give to Hall.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here's Hall again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Here's a give to Hall.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So now Jones and the Patriots down by 16, 20 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Now Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's Jones. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for New England, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games.